Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the farm. We've had an adventure-filled week. It's been chaos around here, actually, a little bit. We've been trying to rotate pastures between sheep and cows and donkeys and horses and all the other little critters that we have running around here. Why can't I get that plugged in? Just trying to get the air compressor going. Father-in-law is bringing a load of hay over here because, ow, that pinched my finger. He wants to keep the cows on the pasture for a little bit longer. Man, I'm gonna need both hands to do this. All right. Had a little bit of pressure on the air compressor. Could not get that plugged in for the life of me with one hand. Pinched my finger. Ooh, ow. Poor me. Flat tire on the tractor. That's what I got going on. So yeah, so he's bringing over a load of hay, trying to keep the cows back on the pasture for a little bit rather than truck them back to Rio Grande. I don't know if it's less work for him, but it's more work for me, so instead of having to feed every day, he's able to feed every 2 days. But what's going to happen is now I'm going to have to feed every couple days as well. So we're both doing a little bit of work. It don't matter, whatever. I don't mind firing old Aunt Jemima up there and getting her going and feeding some cows, but it's not what I had on the agenda. Anyway, so we're in the same boat with the sheep, right? So we've had a lot of pressure on the fences from the animals, just because what grass they do have left is kind of, stocky and unpalatable, and it's not the greatest tasting, let's be honest. So they're trying to push their way out just to get any sweet little morsel they possibly can. And we've been running around chasing after them, trying to prop up fence wherever we can to just, get them back in, get them back in. And sometimes a lamb ends up spending the night. It spends the night outside of containment. And it's like, you know what? As long as you don't leave the farm, it's fine. But then we also have coyote pressure. So a bunch of ducks and geese and all that stuff, they live to the south of us on the lake. And they kind of came back for a bit, and then the coyote, you see the coyote population goes through the roof, and then they all bugger off, and then the coyotes like, what are we gonna eat? Well, now they start chasing lambs. So we've had a lot of predator pressure here the last few days, and that's been really, really tough to deal with. So had to call the county and say, hey, can you come help me out here? Anyways, that all came together, culminated in us. We did lose one lamb, unfortunately. Cupcake, the one-eared lamb, the one-eared lamb. The kids loved it. Actually, I'm not even mad about it. Actually, I was like, what am I gonna do with this thing? It's a runty, it's got one ear. I can't even send it to the auction mart because I'm not gonna get $5 for it. And so we're just gonna have to keep it around here and feed it out. Well, anyways, the coyotes got it. So whatever, it's sad, it's unfortunate, but it's the reality of farming. Just a little bit more. There we go. Well, I got a hay bale on here, and yeah, those are sheep in the field. They're not supposed to be in here, but it's the same ones. You see that one with the black face over there and the split ear, and the one with the white face. Should have been in a soup pot a long time ago. And then their whole entourage. Yeah, not too impressed with them, but become kind of a normal thing every day now, unfortunately. I guess father-in-law is going to be over here in about 4 days to pick up the cows. So we're going to run down the round bale and we're going to set it close to the corral, so they're just kind of used to being in the vicinity. So we don't have, you don't have a rodeo trying to get them in there. Now I think this fence line along here on this east side of the tree line, I'm going to have to go to the UFA, get like the biggest energizer I can probably find, and put a hot wire in here, I think, because those couple of ewes and those lambs, like, it's just incredible how they find a gap in there, and you can't even see where they're getting out, but they're there, and then suddenly they're on the other side. Like, it's very, very inconvenient. So I'm thinking I might have to make some spicy fence here. Lots of spots where you see, like, I put an old tree trunk for fence post to fence post. That works pretty good. And then the spots where I pinned the fence down to the ground, for the most part, that actually worked pretty good too. But regardless, you do that, and then they just go look for another weak spot. Is all they're doing, right? So that's why I'm thinking that hot wire me what I'm going to have to do all the way along just to stop them. I got this batch of sheep that was out that's following me with the tractor, and I got this round bale on that I want to get to the cows. So I want to be opportunistic, right? If the sheep are following me, I don't want to set this round bale down because they'll just go after the round bale and they won't go in the pen. I want to get them in the pen. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull right up to the fence and hang the round bale over above the sheep's head and where they're supposed to be. And I'll open the gate, and the sheep that are where they're not supposed to be should go into the field to go after the round bale that they're technically not going to get. I know that's a little mean-spirited. But anyways, I'll get them in, I'll close the gate, and then I'll back the tractor out. And we'll go plant the bale in here so the cows can have some food. So I know you think that's mean. And you'd be right. Oh, they're buggering off anyways. So. I'd probably bugger off too if I thought that's what I was getting nothing out of that deal. It's that black one with the split ear and the big white faced one. Terrible influences. But the black one with split ear, she's got no idea where she's going. She's just going. And the problem is, the rest of them don't know where they're going. They're just following. And it descends into just absolute chaos. Come on, girls, let's go. Come on. Test. You two. Testing my patience. 2 turkeys where they're not supposed to be. No big deal. Bunch of sheep where they're not supposed to be. No big deal. Cows busting down fences. No big deal. Flat tractor tire. Typically no big deal. Except for when you hit a bump and that crack in that 25-year-old tire just decides to actually completely blow the tire apart. Because that's the kind of thing dreams are made of. Nightmares are dreams, right? Yeah, okay. So now I'm in the greenhouse. Because you think like the tractor tire coming apart, like that's pretty bad, right? Like it's expensive, highly inconvenient. Anyways, the turkeys were out and I was just like, I gotta get the turkeys away because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to concentrate on getting that tire off and in the back of my truck because I can't have them go behind my back. It's just gonna, one of them's gonna get stabbed in the face. So I says to Carmen, she's in the greenhouse here. I says, can you come help me? So she walks over there and she's like, greenhouse door fell off. And like, I just like, I don't know, like, what do you mean? It's like it fell off. Like it just fell off. Having one of those days. I'm gonna need an extra cup of tea tonight so that I don't climb a clock tower tomorrow. And all right, let's get this door back on and get a tractor tire off and in the back of the truck so I can go buy a new one tomorrow. And an energizer for the fence. All right, well, there you have it. It's not exactly how I like to run my machinery, but I don't even know what that tire is going to cost. I'm guessing it's probably going to kick the daylights out of $700. So now she's an $18,000 tractor. Lovely.